Is land investing actually worth it? What's good, everybody? It's Michael Alder here from TakingActionToday.com, and in this video, I'm going to give you 7 cool reasons why land investing should not only be on your radar, but should at least be a piece of your permanent portfolio. So let's walk through these tips here and see if I could sway your decision making into diversifying into this land game here. So first things first, the barrier to entry is extremely low. I have seen over the years that so many newbies stand on the sidelines of the real estate game, and the reason is those big numbers just scare them to death, whether it's wholesaling or rental real estate or commercial real estate. No matter what, you're dealing with big numbers. Now, these big numbers tend to keep people on the sidelines, and they're so scared to take action because they think they're going to fall flat on their face. And guess what? You do fall flat on your face for your first few deals. Then once you get going, you up and win. But that's where land investing is different. The beauty of it is you could actually purchase parcels for anywhere from $200 to $1,000 right off the bat, and then market these on seller financing terms, generating cash flow, or flip them for fast cash. Either way, it's a quick, easy win and a phenomenal learning experience to expand into other real estate adventures. So no matter what, your risk is low with purchase prices at this point. So next tip I want to give you here, your holding costs when owning raw land is extremely low. That's the next big hurdle that people deal with when they're doing other real estate type adventures. They think about the direct mail marketing. They think about the mortgage payment on it. They think about eviction costs. They think about rehab costs. All these expenses add up ridiculously fast, and it does get scary. With land, you have to pay the taxes. That's it. So if you buy the property right, you focus on rural vacant land, you're paying the taxes on the parcel, and even a huge property, in most cases, your taxes are under $100 a year. Most of the parcels we own, our taxes are under $10 a year. So your holding costs are absolutely nothing. It's kind of hard to bleed out on a property when your payments are so low, like 50 cents a month to $1 a month, It's hard to lose. Next tip here. Multiple exit strategies in the land game. Here's what I mean by this. You acquire a wholesale deal and you say, I'm going to flip it real fast for cash, but then you find out I'm struggling to find buyers. What do I do next? You could do a seller finance deal with it. So let's walk through a scenario. You buy a property for $500 and you're confident you could dump this thing for $1,000. So you go ahead and market it all day long and you just can't land a buyer. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's just timing. What do? You turn around and put it up for $50 down, $50 a month for 48 months, and you go ahead and get a residual income note out of it. That's all there is to it. So with these multiple exit strategies, you really won't be paralyzed in your deals with inventory sitting long. Obviously, try for your best case scenario, and if that doesn't come through, then you switch it up to the next best thing. Option B, option C. You could keep moving forward and flip these. I've even done trade deals. So you could trade up. Here's a property for a car, then sell the car for cash. So there's multiple ways you can move around. It's very easy to do. So that is another great reason to have this on your radar. The next one, there's no competition in the land investing business. Reason being, there's no sex appeal to it. It is very hard to brag about having flipped land when you don't have to leave your house. You're literally plugged in the computer. You're buying raw, rural, vacant land and selling it to somebody else on seller financing terms. It's hard to create a TV show around that. So because of that, it doesn't have the sex appeal and people think it's not worth it. The funny thing is, every investor that asks me what I do, they are all ears when I start telling them my hustle and they want in. So when they hear the formula, they absolutely love it. But because it can't be marketed as a TV show or a YouTube channel or anything like that as the process, it just doesn't have enough people diving into it. And because of that, you can own marketplaces. The next tip is secure cash flow. Now, I'm sure I'll get arguments from other investors out there, but let's think about this here. We all invest for cash flow if we're doing it right. If you buy rental real estate, you have a property. There's a tenant in there. The tenant goes bust and the tenant doesn't want to move out. Now you're bleeding because you have a mortgage payment on the property. You also have to pay an attorney to evict said tenant. That costs money. You're bleeding more. The tenant gives a sob story to the judge and they're able to milk it for another 6 weeks. More mortgage payments gone, and then you finally get the tenant out and you have to hire the move out bailiff to come and actually move them out. More money gone. Then you have to rehab the property. You're bleeding more. It's all bad. Here's the deal with land. You buy a parcel. You list it online. You may have some marketing costs. I'm going to throw that in there. So let's say you have $100 up front in marketing costs. You sell it. You now have a note, $50 a month for the next 48 months. You're done. What if they stop paying you? You give a grace period. If they default on the grace period, you take the property back. That's it. Easy. You go ahead and resell it. There's no rehab costs, no attorney fees, no bailiff fees. All that other nonsense that comes with other real estate models is non-existent in the land game, and that's why it is a phenomenal model. The next reason you should be in the land investing game, it offers high returns. Let's take the same scenario I just gave you. You buy a parcel for $500. You sell it for $50 a month for 48 months. Your money comes home in year one, maybe 18 months if you had some marketing expenses and things like that. But in all reality, 18 months your money comes home. After that, you're smooth sailing. All the other business models out there, you're making a little tiny fraction along the way, but you have all that overhead in the background. And one little hiccup, all your profit's gone. With this, your money comes right back to you. You could deploy that into the next property, and it's just straight cash flow from here on out. And then finally, reason number 7, you should have land investing on your radar. It's the best real world real estate training. Now, I know people are going to want to dabble in other forms of real estate. They won't settle in the land model, even though it's a great model. And that's good. It's good to diversify. But would you rather buy a bunch of courses and be scared to death and do nothing? Or jump in the game, start owning property, learn from your real world actions on how to wholesale properties, how to do seller financing deals? It's all the same model. The numbers just get a little bit bigger in the different segments of the real estate game. So you learn with land. You become an absolute sales assassin in the land game. Then you transition into residential real estate or commercial real estate or whatever your next big thing is. It's that simple. So if you have any questions about the land investing game, go ahead and throw a comment below or connect with me over at takingactiontoday.com. I look forward to connecting with you on the next video.